Give me what I want. Give me what I want. You know what I want. Give me what I want, or I'm going to continue to hurt people you love. Give me what I want. Give me what I want. You know what I want. You just don't want to give it to me. Give it to me. Give me what I want.
We're going to give you what you want.
That's not what I want.
What's up? What's up? Entertainment fans, pop culture fans, what's up? AWO, Aaron Warder here, man. The AWO. On this Thursday, June, what's today? 8th, yes, 8th of 2023. I should have known that. What's up, guys? Probably a good Thursday. If you see Transformers, I hope you enjoy it. And I might see it tomorrow. Who knows? Depends on the weather. But yeah, so this is Let's Talk Pop, episode 33 of my Let's Talk Pop show, podcast / live stream show. If you're new here, if you're into pop culture, subscribe, do all that mumbo jumbo stuff. You know, you're new here, subscribe. Also, do me a favor, like this, smash that like button down below, please. Share this out on wherever you could share out, social media platforms, text, wherever wherever options available to share this stream out and this channel out, so that other people that don't know about this channel could listen, and if they like it, subscribe to me. Thank you. Okay. Okay, guys. So yes, episode 33. Let's talk pop. And big note that you all know. There'll be 2 Let's Talk episodes this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. Saturday, it's going to be spoiler review stream on Transformers. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about the movie and other movie news. There is some movie news we'll talk about on Saturday, like some DC rumor news, DC news we'll talk about, and some more video game news we'll talk about on Saturday. Very interesting movie by Illumination, perhaps in the works. We might mention it here too. And Sunday's show will be a recap, a review of the Xbox showcase, Microsoft showcase. If you don't know, Sunday Microsoft is having their Xbox showcase for their upcoming titles and whatever else they have in store for us gamers. So yeah, Saturday it's gonna be based Transformers and other pop culture news. Sunday there'll be a review of the Xbox showcase. And so on, yeah. That's this weekend. And then next week, the week after, the Flash. We'll talk about the Flash. And whatever else comes up. All right. So, let's get into this. Summer Game Fest. Basically the replacement for E3, right? We know E3 is dead. It's officially dead, E3. It was dying and it's dead. Officially put in the ground. Buried 6 feet under. Okay. All right. So let's get on with this. Okay, you know what's very interesting, this presentation, the Summer Game Fest. It was ran by, I think, Jeff Knightley of IGN. He's the one who put this together. This is the first like live, like with a crowd, the setup, stage, Summer Game Fest. I guess my guess is we'll play C3 from now on. This is just basically showed us, basically that's going to tell us about from games from June to basically early 2024. Nothing later than mid 2024, basically. Okay. And this presentation had for all different type of fans of different type of genres, from fighting to multiplayer to multiplayer online games, to downloadable content, to role playing, to strategy, to action shooters, all different kinds of games for different kind of fans. And they did also preview some upcoming shows for The Witcher and Twisted Metal. They're coming out very soon to be released on the streaming service. Witcher Season 3 will be on Netflix, and Twisted Metal will be on Peacock. Okay. And we'll definitely get to that. So let's kick it off with some of the big stuff, okay? Some of the big stuff. There's a lot of things I did not give a damn for. I'll be honest on this presentation. I'll be really honest. I'll be blunt. Some things I did not give a shit for. And I'm doing some invitations, okay? And I'm going to be honest. I'll be honest with you guys. I know there's people that love Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, and I do love some fighting games. I've played them. I don't hate them. I just find them that those type of games, they get boring rather quickly. And I'll tell you why. It's because all you do is fight. I know there's story mode and they add more modes and there's always a story behind these fighting games, but basically you just still fight. You fight. It's just a fighting game. You do a bunch of combos. You get new characters as you unlock or you download, but you basically do fight. You combos. There's no progression. There's nothing there. Okay? That's how I feel about fighting games. And I feel the same way about sports games. I like sports games, and sport games are like that too. Are a lot like that too. But the thing with sports games is there's a lot of stuff with sports games you could do. Fighting games, it's pretty much fun, right? It's just basically you just want to fight, beat up your friends, or whatever, right? It's just basically fighting games. There's nothing to fighting games, right? You just fight, basically. And some of those, and I know I have friends in the community, and some of you in the community who like fighting games, so you could come and tell me why I should say otherwise. But from my view, that's how I see fighting games. But you know what I did like? Injustice by NetherRealm, obviously Mortal Kombat famous. Yeah, it's basically a fighting game, but they also had these mini games you could do at times. That was not just strictly fighting. There was mini games, which I thought was fun. Now, I'll be honest. I have not played the last Mortal Kombat. I heard it was not good. It's not good. I'm thinking about Street Fighter 6, maybe, possibility. But it's not on my list of games right now. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. Okay. And look, glad people are happy with the game Mortal Kombat. They showed some gameplay, and they explained the story a little bit. That rewrit is that a word? Rewrit is that a word? They changed the timeline of the Mortal Kombat story. Now Liu Kang is basically rated. He's taking the role as rated as a god. Right? Liu Kang's basically a god. He took on the role as Raiden. Raiden's in the game. Scorpion in Sub-Zero, as you know, in the main story timeline, Sub-Zero was framed for killing Scorpion's clan and family by Quan Chi, but Scorpion didn't know that and killed Sub-Zero, Ben Hun, whatever his name is, and then in the main timeline, Sub-Zero also had another brother. The Sub-Zero he killed, that he thought killed his clan and his family, ends up becoming new Cybot, as you know. But in this, the new written timeline, the cool stuff was seeing Nicolas Cage. Nicolas Cage was cool. That's it. But the new timeline had in this trailer for Mortal Kombat, in this story, that the brothers, Scorpion and Sub-Zero, are brothers. And as you know, they're not in the so they're rereading the whole timeline. The whole Mortal Kombat timeline basically got a reboot. That's why it's not called Mortal Kombat 10 or 11. It's called Mortal Kombat 1 because this is basically a reboot. It's 88 minutes a reboot. That's why it's called 1 again. It's a reboot. And they not did it from scratch. They did it by rewriting history. Okay? But then you see there's Johnny Cage is in it, Sonya's in it. Johnny Cage apparently is going to be basically voiced and characterized after Jean-Claude Van Damme. Basically Mortal Kombat was kind of inspired by Bloodsport. Is it Bloodsport? Yeah, Bloodsport, the movie. Bloodsport, right? Jean-Claude Van Damme's movie. And that's what basically Mortal Kombat is inspired by. And they tried to get Jean-Claude Van Damme for a while. They've been, it had talks with him in the past few times, but nothing came to fruition. And hey guys, y'all came in like 10 minutes later, 15 minutes later, and now they finally got Jean-Claude Van Damme to voice Johnny Cage. Now, I'm curious to see how Jean-Claude Van Damme sounds as Johnny Cage. Okay? I'm curious about that because I just can't hear his voice sounding like Johnny Cage, okay? His tone, how he sounds like Johnny Cage. I mean, you can't picture it because his voice. I can't. You could picture it. How would this sound? I can't picture it. I can't picture Jean-Claude Van Damme voicing Johnny Cage. I know they tried to get him for a while. But like, is Jean-Claude Van Damme really the best character for him? No. Is Johnny Cage really the best character for Jean-Claude Van Damme? And where is blinded? I need to know my blinded stuff. Come on, blinded. Where are you? Anthony, there is no update. I think this game's getting canceled. I think they're going to cancel this game. I don't know. I think they're going to axe the Wonder Woman game. I have a feeling. And it's not a good feeling, but I think they're going to axe that game. Pit Fighter reboot? What is Pit Fighter? I know Pit Fighter. Yeah, old school. You could, George. So, I have possible candidates who Venom is. Right, we'll get to that obviously. Okay, and it's my main topic really. So, Mortal Kombat. I'm happy for your Mortal Kombat fans, and it's just that fighting games like that are just not my style. It's cool to see fatalities, but really, if that's your solid point in the game, okay, that's fine. I like fun games, but I also like games with story. Mortal Kombat does have a story. What else is there? So I was looking, right? Street Fighter. Oh yeah, also you get Shang Tsung if you pre-order it. Street Fighter, right? Coming out. It's already out. Whatever. I guess this is surprising to me. What was surprising to me was how, like, we all knew Nicolas Cage was coming to Dead by Daylight, right? And he's playing an exaggerated version of himself in the game. Okay. But what's surprising about me is, well, that surprised me, not about me, but surprising that surprised me was he actually was there at the event. That he actually showed up. That's my theory, man. I think Craven is Venom. That he actually showed up at the event. Hey, George.
What up? So can I be Shannon Sharp's replacement?
Oh yeah, I heard like possible replacements for that. Yeah, it's been. You could say it, Arkham. I just don't think that game's gonna do well. The Wonder Woman game. Whatever. This show is not. This show is about games coming out in the very near future, not like a long way off. That's what this show is about. Like from now until like early 2024. That's all. I guess you didn't see that presentation because you were working stuff, right?
I actually had off today, but like I was doing other stuff, and then I had bowling.
Was the air out? Did the air cause you? Oh.
I
bowling.
actually, well, no, well, today we had a day off just in general. It wasn't because of
How
the air.
how is it in New York?
It's getting better. It's definitely it was more tolerable today than yesterday. I didn't feel the need to wear a mask outside.
Oh yeah. Like they told you, I heard, yeah, some places they advise you to wear a mask outside of the air because of the,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. No, my school yesterday they were all masked up. I was caught out. Like, well, not I didn't need to wear one, but it was like it caught me off guard because like I wasn't expecting.
But
Like
you
it felt
didn't
like
need
I
to.
was back
Well,
in like
you don't
the
need
schools when they
you don't need to
reopened from COVID.
you don't need to wear a mask inside with the bad air unless you have the windows open.
Well, that's the thing. Some of the teachers like to have their windows open. The smell was in some of the hallways.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they fight like and where I am, it's even it's better now. But yeah, so you did get to see it, I guess. The presentation.
No, I only followed the Spider-Man one.
Oh,
Uh,
you only saw what original
yeah,
was there?
yeah. Like I mean, I know it was on today, but it's like I was more into curious about the Spider-Man one.
Oh, it's just a release date. They gave us a release date in the first look of Venom. And I'm telling you one thing. Craven and Venom, I bet you they're not the main villain. Near them. Okay? And I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. The first Spider-Man game, they teased, right? They teased Kingpin and Mr. Negative, but they were not the main villains. Who was the main villain of the first Spider-Man game? You know, George. Everybody knows the chat. Who was the main villain of the Spider-Man game?
Doc Ock and Mister Negative were like the two main ones.
Yeah, especially Doc Ock, right? They didn't tease Doc Ock at all the lead up to the game. They teased Mr. Negative because they showed Mr. Negative and Kingpin. I'm telling you, there's a main. They're gonna be the two big villains, those two. But I bet you there's a third main villain. I bet you there's a third one. Video games like to do that. Okay, they like to tease the villains, make you think this is the big bad villain when it's really not. They like to do that. So I think there's a third big. The third. I think there's a actual. I don't think these are red herrings because I do think they could play a integral part. Obviously, they could play a integral part in the movie, in the game, not the movie. Oh, Craven's could play a integral part in his movie, but not the game. But, but I think there's going to be another villain. Somebody who's the actual villain of the game. And I agree with you, George. I do think it's Craven as Venom.
Well, I didn't say Craven was Venom. That was Anthony Beltry.
Anthony did. I don't know. Not Eddie Brock.
I had a feeling it wasn't going to be Eddie Brock.
They confirmed it.
Yeah, even before they confirmed it, I had a feeling that they weren't gonna.
Yeah.
I mean, like Craven, that'd be an interesting take. I don't know. There's a part of me that also thinks it could be maybe Harry Osborn.
It could be.
Like he's another possible one because I know in the Ultimate Spider-Man cartoon he was Venom.
Yes,
and apparently like isn't like Norman Osborn think the symbiote can help Harry who was revealed to be sick. So I can see that maybe happening, and maybe that could maybe help set up Norman to become the Green Goblin and maybe a third Spider-Man game. I don't know.
Oh, there's gonna be a third game.
I mean, at this point, like that's more of a push to get Norman to eventually become the Green Goblin. And so, like, I wouldn't be surprised if they go like the Harry Osborn Venom. Yeah, I agree with Degrassi because of the end of the first game. Like, I can see.
Mm-hmm. There's theories, right? Like Craven, Harry, like Craven is actually a pretty good one. Like it's a video game. It's different, guys. It doesn't have to be
Well,
any
and
plot
with
to be.
Craven, here's the thing. Craven's known for taking drastic action to like get Spider-Man or whoever he's hunting.
Mhm.
I mean, obviously, it looks like he's going to be hunting the lizard in this
Yeah.
game. So, like, he's known for taking drastic measures. So I wouldn't be surprised that when eventually Spider-Man breaks free from the symbiote.
Now, which Goblin, Degrassi, Green Goblin, are talking about? But not Hob. I said that because Hobgoblin, but I don't think Hobgoblin's gonna be in it.
Nah.
Hobgoblin would be good for Spider-Man 4, but like I don't think they'll do that. But whatever.
Me as long as it's not Ned Leeds as Hobgoblin.
No. Anybody who wants Ned Leeds as Hobgoblin's an idiot. There was
Like
no.
Like, here's the thing. They just read a Wikipedia page and just is like, oh, Ned Leeds was a suspect for Hobgoblin. There you go. They never really read a true Spider-Man comic. They didn't read.
I think in that picture, might not be Peter unless it's a different universe because apparently Peter was with Miles in that picture.
That was a theory people were forming after that first like 10-minute reveal.
Yeah,
but
they showed a picture. Them swinging with Venom, and that
also the first teaser hinted that Venom was going to take on Spider-Man and Miles. The one that came out like what was it, like a year or two ago, like 2 years ago? I can't
2 years
remember.
ago.
Yeah, 2 years ago.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. Leads to talk on there's nothing in those Spider-Man movies that suggests that Ned Leeds is going to go bad. Nothing.
It would just be a stupid thing to do.
No, there's two Hobgoblin people that you only go with. The original, Kingsley. I think his name is Roger Kingsley. Or Jason McIndale.
See, like, here's the thing, and I think either one of those could work.
Yeah. Exactly.
Only
two of them.
You can, like, because obviously Roger Kingsley, yeah, like dude, a billionaire probably saw like the Green Goblin on TV and was probably like, oh, let's replicate that.
You mean Hobgoblin?
Yeah, Hobgoblin. Well, he saw he saw like Norman Osborn as the Green Goblin or the multiverse Green Goblin. It's like let's do something like that because you know what, Green Goblin he had the hood in No Way Home, so it's like you know what, Hobgoblin's known for wearing a hood. Let's try to replicate something like that.
You know, would be an idea if I did Spider-Man 4. If I wrote Spider-Man 4, I would tie in Daredevil and Kingpin into that. Kingpin hires Hobgoblin, and Hobgoblin turns his back on him, like in the animated series. Because I know he turned his back on Kingpin in the animated series. Do something like that. Like so Daredevil. You have the Daredevil series, the Kingpin doesn't, and then in the Spider-Man 4 the movie, you have Daredevil and Kingpin appear in it and have Hobgoblin in it.
You know, they weren't doing a Craven film. I would have had Craven in Spider-Man 4, but because Sony's got to give all the major villains a movie, well, we can't use Craven, who I think would actually be perfect for the next Spider-Man film. Yeah,
Hobgoblin's perfect for MCU Spider-Man. I think.
Yeah. I mean, Hobgoblin, Craven, I would love to see those choices. And you know what? Like my pitch for Spider-Man 4 actually would have a Craven story with Black Suit Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Like I would actually go the route where you have like Craven and maybe you have maybe Chameleon as like a side villain.
Oh yeah.
Or like if you do something similar to Craven's Last Hunt, you can just throw in Vermin in there.
Mm-hmm.
I am curious though, like speaking of Vermin, like are they gonna have like could they maybe throw in side villains that are more animal like Vermin in Spider-Man 2, the video game?
What animal villains are there in Spider-Man besides but the Rhino's a suit.
Yeah, Rhino's a suit.
Scorpion's a suit, right?
Scorpion's a suit.
Lizard's lizard. We know that. Dr. Octopus is a costume, basically. Vulture's a costume, suit. Who else is there? Who else? Most of them wear suits, though. Lizard's like the only one that's like, it's not a suit. I can't. I'm thinking. I'm trying to think hard on this. He has a villain. There's a Beetle villain, right? I forget his name. Is it kind of like?
Beetle's like a Firefly ripoff.
Yeah, he's a suit too. Like how? Like, I mean, if he had the Spider-Man, he could hunt those villains too, right? Because Spider-Man is a costume. But like, I don't know. Like Lizard's like the pure. I know in the anime series, Scorpion does become like his actual skin and stuff. I remember that.
Oh, yeah, the suit's like part of him at this point.
Yeah. Yeah. But that's not the. Scorpion. It's not going to happen, but Scorpion could be Venom because he was in the comics.
Well, I think that's an option that they can go with. I know that's an option they can go with in the MCU. I don't know, like with this version of Scorpion. I'm not too sure. Like I know he was in the first game, but so far nothing screams to me that he would be a Venom candidate yet. I want to see if, first of all, Scorpion's even going to be in the game. Like I don't know what other villains are going to be in the game. Because like here's the thing, like in the MCU, I feel like it makes a lot of sense because we know Mark Gargan hates Spider-Man with a passion, and he'll go to lengths to figure out who Spider-Man is.
He even asked Vulture.
He even asked Vulture, and to Vulture's credit, who has respect for Peter, was like, "I ain't gonna tell you."
Yeah.
I don't. I would. By the way, I really would have wished I could have seen Adrian Toome's reaction in jail when he heard that like Peter Parker was outed as Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, because
like he knew that who Peter was, but unlike Mysterio, he wasn't going to give it away because he had a respect for Peter. See, here's the thing. This is the thing I noticed about the MCU. Peter saves Vulture. He also saves Vulture's daughter. Vulture respects Peter enough to not reveal his identity.
Yeah.
Peter, when fighting Mysterio, I know Peter didn't kill him, but Mysterio dies, and we saw what happened. Mysterio's last act in death was reveal his identity.
Mysterio's a lot more slimy than Vulture, man. Mysterio had no respect.
Here's the thing. Vulture, also look at the motivations. Like Vulture was doing what he was doing to provide for his family and to provide for his workers that got screwed over.
Yeah. And Mysterio's just pissed off because he got fired from Tony Stark for an invention that eventually Tony Stark used. I mean, I understand, like, Mysterio has a right to be pissed off with Tony Stark because he did get Tony Stark did blow off his invention, but Tony Stark eventually did use that invention, right? But he fired him and all the other employees, fired all the other people that worked on it, but Tony Stark eventually used it. I understand, like I would be pissed off too, but he went to a way overboard extent. Like really, really overboard.
Well, actually, that's another character I would like to see in the game. Like, I would like to see Mysterio in one of these Spider-Man games. I mean, we know Mysterio's in this universe because of the Halloween party.
Yes, they have established villains in this universe.
And also, here's the thing: I feel like I'm not saying they have to copy the Arkham games, but I feel like you can probably do an illusions level where like Spider-Man's got to get past illusions that are realistic, like the Scarecrow levels in Batman Arkham Asylum.
Well, my comment. Oh, yeah.
But like I feel like you can do something really cool with the illusions. One of my favorite things about Spider-Man Far From Home was Mysterio's illusions. Like to me, like that was like amazing, and it's like, could you imagine seeing that in a video game? Like that's what it reminded me. It reminded me of the Batman Arkham Scarecrow levels.
Yes, you could do that. Yes, that'd be awesome.
Like they should do that. And here's the thing: like Mysterio he's a villain that can help carry a game. Like he was the main villain in Shattered Dimensions, and he was a pretty good villain in that game.
You're on like Blinded agrees with you, man. Blinded has been, and he's not here, but if he was, he'll tell you like he'll agree with us because he talked about Mysterio being in the game. Like we want Mysterio.
Yeah, but here's the thing: Mysterio is one of my favorite Spider-Man villains.
Yeah.
I have a bit of a bias, and I'm gonna be honest. Even though I wasn't a huge fan of the fact that Far From Home did have Mysterio be an angry former Tony Stark employee, I still think Mysterio, despite that, was handled pretty well. He was well acted. He was one of the better villains in the MCU.
Yeah. So I was gonna say Anthony and Lewis. I agree with you guys. I would like to see a non-Spider-Man character maybe appear in a game. I like that. Like whether it's Daredevil, Captain America, or Iron Man. But it should be like more of a New York kind of hero. Like Doctor Strange, the Fantastic Four, something like that. Because we know the Avengers Tower is there, the Baxter Building is there, the Inner Sanctum is there. Yeah, because we know like it's not the Spider-Man universe; it's a Marvel universe. Because we know they're all in it. We know they all exist because we've seen the buildings, and Spider-Man has acknowledged their existence. Yes, yes, he was. And I love like I agree with you. Mysterio is a formidable foe because Spider-Man has to rely on a lot of his intelligence and his dealing with Mysterio. Because Mysterio is not going to be somebody that's going to go hand to hand, combat against Spider-Man. He's not like that. He's not going to be like Rhino who's going to use brute force. He's not like Scorpion where he's going to jump from building to building to try to spray acid. He's not like the Vulture or Electro is going to shoot electricity or whatever. Mysterio is going to rely on tricks and illusions to try to deceive you. So he's going to have to rely on his intelligence board, right, and not get duped by Mysterio. Oh yeah, that'd be great. But they're doing Wolverine, so maybe I'll lead up to the X-Men game. I don't know. But yeah, so you know the release date, October 20th of this year. We did like people were so upset that we didn't get the release date at the Sony showcase, but like 2 weeks later we get it here.
Yeah. Honestly, I have a feeling we're gonna get a Miles versus Peter Parker part of this game.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think so.
Yeah. I feel like the setup is there because Miles can tell something's off with Peter. You
saw in the gameplay.
Yeah, and well, here's the thing. This is my prediction. I think something's gonna happen where Peter's gonna almost kill Kraven, and Miles is gonna prevent him, and that's gonna lead to the two of them fighting.
Yeah, it's gonna get to a point. Yeah, it's gonna get to something like that.
I hope it's a lot better than the Bumblebee versus Optimus Prime fight in Transformers: The Last Night. It's like, watch Miles be like, "It's me, Miles. I'm your friend, Peter. I would give my life for you."
Oh my god!
And it's like I almost killed my friend. No.
It's gonna
be a better symbiote arc than Spider-Man 3. That's for damn sure.
Oh my god!
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Let's be honest here. The Sony producers screwed that one up. I'm not even gonna blame Sam Raimi because he didn't even want to have Venom in the film. The Sony producers were like, "You got to put Venom in the film."
Yeah. And it miscast him with Topher Grace too.
Oh
man.
My goodness! You cast him with the guy that would be the first candidate if Tobey Maguire doesn't want to come back.
Yeah, Topher Grace is basically like Peter Parker. It's like
they basically turned Eddie Brock from like a big bulky guy to basically like another dweeb. Yeah, actually, you know what? He's even more of a dweeb than Peter Parker.
Yes. Yes.
Like let's be honest, the dude's more of a dork than Peter Parker.
Oh my god.
Like think about it. At that point in Peter's life, he's on top of the world. Where like Eddie Brock's like he's kind of like at the bottom of the barrel.
Are we gonna get a bully Spider-Man in Spider-Man 2? Bully Peter.
You know.
Yeah, he didn't want. Sam Raimi did not want to do. Maybe it was. I mean, it had Spider-Man 4 planned.
Well, actually, it was Avi Red. I'm gonna correct that. It was more so Avi Red who was more involved in Marvel
Still
at
there.
that time.
Still there.
It still kills me that in the No Way Home credits they dedicated a whole section of the credits to Avi Red.
They could have built up Lizard in that trilogy. Kurt Connors is that trilogy for like all 3 movies, and he was like an afterthought in the whole movie. He was just there, as Peter's mentor for like 5 minutes in each movie. Like they had Lizard right there. But I like the Lizard in Amazing Spider-Man. Amazing Spider-Man, I like that Lizard there. I think they did a good job. It's
I mean, I like the Amazing Spider-Man. Lizard's not one of my favorite villains though. I like the movie. Like honestly, like I've appreciate the movie a whole lot more now. But I still don't think it's the I still don't think the Lizard was that great a villain. Like I feel like that you could have done so much more with the Lizard that felt like wasted potential. That actually could have made the Amazing Spider-Man an even better movie.
It was better than any villain in Spider-Man 2. Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Oh, absolutely. He's better than the villain in Amazing Spider-Man 2. Like let's be honest. Like that was
all 3 of them. Yeah.
All 3. You know what? No, there's 2 of them. I don't count the Rhino at the end.
How much did Paul Giamatti get paid just to do that? Like, yeah, they got paid a lot of money just to do that.
Remember when the rumors for No Way Home said that he was going to be in No Way Home? Like, how are you going to cure him by basically saying, "Dude, you're an okay guy"?
He was a criminal from the start.
Yeah, he was a criminal from the start. There's no redeeming this dude. It's like, is he gonna run around it? What's he gonna do? Like trample through Happy's apartment and be like, "I am the Rhino."
Yeah, we all thought the Sinister Six is coming in No Way Home. No, it wasn't the Sinister Six. There were only 5 villains.
It's like, "I am the Rhino."
Yeah. I remember the boomers. Oh, Spider's coming back. I was like, nope. Yeah, he had a mech suit. I remember that. That was hilarious. Like, and I joked that Topher Grace's Venom's coming back. Oh, it was so bad.
Oh my! There was a rumor that Topher Grace's Venom was and Dan DeHaan's Green Goblin were going to be in Madam Web. It's like, of all the villains, like, why? That's a sign of bad things to come.
No.
I'm sorry, that's a sign of bad things to come.
No. No, just no. I mean, the Vulture's the best villain in the Sony universe right now, and he had to be transferred to that universe, right? He's not native to that universe, right? Because he had to. What the hell? Did they explain Vulture's just automatically going to a different universe of Spider-Verse? Does anyone know?
I got no idea. I don't even know what they're thinking in their heads.
I'm talking about Keaton's Vulture. We know there's a Vulture in the beginning of the film that got transferred from a different universe to a universe, but I'm talking about Keaton's Vulture. It's and it's like, I guess.
Listen. Listen, if he continues to play Vulture, imagine if he says something like could you imagine if at the end of Morbius he said something like, "You want to get nuts, Doctor?"
This is the worst after credit scene I ever see in a comic book movie. I mean, I know there's comic book movies of after credit scenes are just jokes, right? You know, just for fun, right? Obviously, which is fine. But something like this, like it's not meant to be a joke. It's meant to, like, I guess, for story purposes. Even though there's no Spider-Man in that universe, it just didn't make sense, right? Like Morbius is like, okay, go team up to kill Spider-Man. Like, what the hell? You're a good guy. Why?
You want to get nuts? Let's get
like nuts. Why would Morbius want to go after Spider-Man? Isn't Morbius? Didn't it portray Morbius as a good guy in that movie?
Well, maybe he's gonna make up some kind of lies that Spider-Man's a bad guy.
Oh, Eddie. If that's the same universe, so they're saying Spider-Man. Like, in that universe, there is a Spider-Man. We know that, right? We just don't know who is Spider-Man. Who's the actor? Like, what the hell? Where is he? Because they know Spider-Man does exist in that universe. But who? I say it again. I say it over and over again. Sony, in that universe, you need your most important character in your universe. You need a Spider-Man. You need to show him. He's the glue. You can't have Batman without. You can't have a Batman universe without Batman. Okay? I mean, they're doing the Joker, I guess, but it's Bruce Wayne. You can find some way. Whatever. Like, I don't know what. You know what's crazy?
You know, we need to have.
Jared Leto is legit crazy. Do you see that video of him apparently climbing like a wall in Berlin or something?
Oh my god! You know what? We need to have Skip Bayless in a Marvel movie. I mean, listen, he's gonna need a new paycheck when Shannon Sharp leaves and Undisputed goes down the drain.
Oh my God! I feel bad for the person replacing Shannon, whoever that is.
If it's Max Kellerman, it'll be hilarious.
Max Kellerman cannot handle. Well, I don't think anybody can handle Skip.
You need to have a special kind of patience to deal with Skip Bayless.
Charles Barkley would like choke him, kill him on air.
Listen. I was rewatching like First Take from back in 2012, and he used to get under Stephen A's skin very easily.
Yeah, and Stephen has a tendency to get under people's skins too. Like, Shannon's not Shannon. Skip is the worst of the worst. He's basically this, Did you hear? Oh my God! Did you watch First Take the other day? JJ Redick and Kendrick Perkins went personal at each other.
Yo, I'm just gonna say this: JJ Redick was a hell of a better player than Kendrick Perkins, so Kendrick Perkins needs to shut his big mouth. You know,
what happened was he made fun of JJ Redick's defense, and JJ Redick went and made fun of Kendrick Perkins' offense. Because if you look up the numbers, right, Redick was not a good defender. That's true. That's true. But he did put up better offensive numbers, and he got paid a lot more. Because you'll get paid for offense. In any sport, you'll get paid for offense, unless you're in football. But yeah. Kendrick Perkins. Agreed. I agree with you there. You know what it is? JJ Redick's too smart for Kendrick Perkins.
Yo, he's a coaching candidate. He's a candidate for a coaching job, for crying out loud.
If you hear the difference, how they talk, how they break down games, JJ Redick is so much more articulate, more educated, a lot more. Like, he's lived a lot. He just knows how to do it better than Perkins. That's it.
All I can say is this: Kendrick Perkins want no part of Uncle Shannon.
Oh no!
Look! Shannon might be a big LeBron fan, but he's also a big Jokic fan.
Yeah, Kendrick Perkins hates Jokic.
Yo, he don't like international players. Like, that's saying Steve, like Shannon, like he's a big LeBron fan, but he loves Luka. He loves
Mm-hmm.
a Jokic.
Yeah.
That's what
Yes.
annoys me when people say Shannon only likes the black players. When it's like, no, he likes the international white players. Larry
Isn't
Bird
that
was
the
his
same?
favorite player growing up, for crying out loud.
Mm-hmm. They accuse of Perkins of that, right? Oh, it should be a bead, like. There's more black players in the NBA, so there's a better chance of a black player does winning MVP. But and I think the problem is also, George, if it's not a white American, because if you think about it, the past, I don't think Dirk Nowitzki ever won MVP, right?
No, he won MVP.
If you think about the past white players that won MVP, none of them are American.
No, Steve Nash was Canadian.
Yeah, Dirk Nowitzki, German, right? Jokic, Serbian, right? None of them is American. Yeah. Who's the last American white player to win MVP? Bird? Was it Larry Bird in the 80s?
Yeah, I think so.
That's like 30 years ago.
I mean the closest to white like the white player that probably has MVP talent, well, maybe before he got injured, probably could have been Klay Thompson.
Mm-hmm.
But again, he's second fiddle to Steph Curry, so then he was third fiddle to Steph and KD. Oh yeah, Degrassi. I know what you're talking about.
Yes, Degrassi. I hope our fires didn't come to Tennessee, Degrassi. Albert, where were we? Yeah, so yeah, Spider-Man is I guess. Yeah, did you see the Twisted Metal stuff?
Wait, what's Twisted Metal?
The show is coming for Peacock. Twisted Metal.
I don't have Peacock.
You don't have Peacock? Neither do I. I can't get it here. I don't know where Twisted Metal. Let me check my phone.
I just got Netflix back, so
I'm not watching. Netflix? Oh yeah. What did I do with my phone? Okay. You're writing another review?
After I see Transformers tomorrow.
Oh yeah, I'm seeing it tomorrow too.
Yeah, my friend did his top 10 favorite films on the site.
Yeah, I saw.
Listen, it's hard for me to do a top 10. I have to do a top 25.
I'll do a top 1. I'm just kidding.
No, because literally, I'm telling my supervisor today, after bowling, I was like, if I was stuck on an island and I can pick 25 films to only watch on that island, it would be my top 25 favorite films.
Mm-hmm. All right. What else is there? Fortnite, whatever. Fortnite's getting Optimus Prime. It's going to join Fortnite. Transformer.
Fortnite is an abomination against this world.
Yes, it is.
I'm sorry, it is. It's like Fortnite has corrupted the minds of the youth. And I sound like a boomer, I know, but
yeah, it's factual, man. Look what's done to Thor.
Yeah, did you hear Chris Hemsworth said even his kids and his kids' friends said like Thor: Love and Thunder was too goofy?
Was his kids in it?
His daughter, but he's talking about his son.
But I'm pretty sure his son was in it too. I think his son played the kid Thor. You know the montage as he gets older and older. I think that's his son. I played the younger one.
The best part, sometimes certain things happen in theater that basically explain the mood of the film. When an annoying lady is talking next to me throughout the whole film, then she gets up, walks around the theater, opens the exit door, and then she's like, excuse me, going back to her seat. It's that captures the mood.
I heard with movie theaters right now, it's become terrible with people, and the disrespect. And etiquette. Now, apparently, apparently it's not just Nick Mike's theater, right? Kids, especially, the kids don't shut up.
No,
They have no etiquette.
The kids behave themselves more than the adults in my theater.
Sometimes, but the thing is, sometimes the kids won't shut up though, and it's like, I feel like theater, like I know it's just, is that Andrew? No, I thought I just saw like Andrew Garfield in a hockey game. No, the thing is, like, apparently at theaters, like, there's no etiquette anymore. Like people are not quiet or loud or stuff like that. Like, I don't know. They don't get policed or anything.
I'll never forget the time Chris Stuckman talked about the fact that a fight broke out in one of his theaters.
Yeah.
That was like back in 2013. Like, that was 10 years ago. Where he talked about the fact that these two lumberjacks wouldn't shut up during a movie.
Lumberjack.
Like
see.
They're dressed as lumberjacks, and it's like, we're going to go see a movie. I'm just wondering, are lumberjacks going to come during my screening of Transformers?
Fuck. Lumberjacks. Yo, your theaters can be empty tomorrow. Like, it's not gonna have a lot of people. I guarantee you.
Yo, actually, some people bought tickets when I bought tickets today.
Oh, online?
Yeah.
Really?
I buy tickets online just in case. I already got my tickets in Flash.
Good, Degrassi. Good.
Yo, one of my coworkers, I know he was joking, but was basically accusing me of giving money to Ezra Miller.
I hate kids. I hate when a bunch of theaters or a bunch of kids don't shut up during the trailers and stuff. Like, gotta pay attention, man.
Yeah, I'll never forget the time when I saw Wonder Woman and like these teenage boys were like a bunch of them were joining the screen. My mom was like, "Oh boy, they're gonna be talking nonstop." They actually didn't.
Yeah. Guys, like, I want to tell these people, it's not a freaking sporting event where you could talk.
Yeah, I used to heckle people at a college game one time. I never got in trouble for it. Like, one time, like, this guy, it was like, I forget, it was one of those Catholic colleges. Like, they're playing in Syracuse. We went to Syracuse, and like, he had a beard, and I was like, beard man. Like, remember the Birdman from the Miami Heat? I was like, beard man.
Oh yeah.
But it was like in a taunting way.
I'm one of those people that don't really like to watch like sporting events or like with a lot of people in my house because I don't want to be talking because I might miss something, you know?
Yeah, I never forget the time we were watching like a Brooklyn Nets game. But it was like back when it was like Darren Williams and Joe Johnson.
Yeah.
It wasn't KD and Kyrie. Yo, I saw this weird hypothetical trade where apparently I don't know how this makes sense. Apparently, a three-way team deal where you can trade Kyrie, do a sign trade of Kyrie to Phoenix. You send Chris Paul to the Clippers. I don't know. I forget who you would send to Dallas.
Do you want the Clippers want another injury-prone player?
Does Phoenix want to have like the Brooklyn Nets 2.0 and have Devin Booker wanting out? When Devin Booker's actually better than James Harden?
Yeah, James Harden's past his prime. Like
Devin Booker's like in his prime. Do you really want Devin Booker to like want out during his prime?
Yeah.
No, you know what? It ain't worth taking Kyrie. Yo, Kyrie apparently says he wants LeBron to go to Dallas. It's like,
no, that's not happening.
It's like Kyrie should be drug tested.
Dude, LeBron's not going to Dallas, man. He's staying at LA.
Listen.
He's gonna go with his son and get drafted.
Unless Bronny gets drafted by Dallas, he ain't going to Dallas.
If Bronny gets drafted by Charlotte, he's going to Charlotte. Right? Like he goes.
Yeah, he ain't going to go to Dallas for anything.
Yeah. He wants.
But I think we've established that Kyrie's lost his mind a while ago.
I don't know why there's NBA players that want to play with Kyrie. Seriously.
I wouldn't want to play with Kyrie.
Mm-hmm. It's hard to beat them. Oh yeah, the mall. Ah. Kids at the movie theater. Just shut up.
Yo,
That's all
I
you-
tell you, some of the kids on Staten Island, like I'm not talking about kids I work with. I'm talking about teenagers. It's like that. Some of them. Yo, one time these teenagers were bragging, like they come on the bus, they're bragging about how they shoplifted from Macy's.
Yeah, that's very smart. Admit to stealing. You never know there's an undercover cop on the bus.
Yo, how do you know I'm not an undercover cop? I'm not
Yeah.
saying I am, but how do you know I'm not?
Or if you're you don't
Yo, I tell you, some of the teenagers on this island,
stupid.
they're so dumb.
You don't admit to committing a crime in a public transportation, man, in a public place. That's stupid. That's stupidity.
Like some of them are just like flat out dumb.
Watch some kid on a bus or on a train say, "Oh, I sold this I sold this crack to coke."
Yo, one time,
what was a cop there? What was a cop there?
Listen, one time we were passing, it was like the transit center. I see like these kids are like surrounding all these other kids. There's a fight going on in the building. I'm like, what the hell's going on here? I didn't even get a good chance to watch it because like the bus just zoomed by, but it was like fight. Like, what the hell's going on here? What's happened to our youth? And like, here's the thing: it's a bunch of white kids. It's not even like people want to stereotype like colored youth. It's like, no, it's a bunch of white kids. So the white kids on Staten Island are like they think they're gangsters when they're not.
Why do you think they're mobsters? Because aren't they known as the well-known Italian mobsters from New York, known from Staten Island?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That's what.
They think they're hot stuff. It's like,
yeah, hot stuff. Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, I have no problem with little kids being annoying because sometimes you can't really shut them up. It's the kids that you know when to shut. They have to know when to shut up. Yeah, I mean, the stealing is crazy, especially like, look, I don't care if you stole like a chocolate bar. Okay, chocolate bar's like $1, right? But Macy's, they probably whatever you stole cost a lot
Macy's,
of money.
they got security at Macy's.
You don't admit to committing a crime in a public. Hey guys! Oh, George, I'm gonna be on the bus next day. I'm gonna admit to committing a murder. Made in front of everybody. Hey guys! I killed this person the other day.
All right.
Isn't that cool?
You know what? Well, here's the thing. Imagine I'm gonna admit on the bus. They're saying I'm gonna dox Doomcock. I'm gonna say that on the bus, and people be like, what the heck is a Doomcock?
You think you're crazy?
I'm kidding. I'm never gonna do that. As much as crazy as Doomcock is, I would never do that.
Oh, it's ridiculous, man. Like, don't admit. I mean, first of all, don't commit a crime. Second of all, don't admit to committing a crime in public. Kids are so stupid.
We're not like Skip Bayless. I can get not Skip Bayless. We're not like Charles Barkley who's allowed to say on live TV he would fight Skip Bayless to the death.
He'd kill Skip Bayless.
Yo, he go like.
Doomcock is trending on my Twitter.
Who?
Doomcock.
Oh yeah, something apparently happened with Doomcock. I didn't watch Matt Jarble.
You don't know what the story's all with Doomcock?
No, I
you should watch this video yesterday.
I've been listen. Like works. I already told you I'm not gonna say it on stream. Work's been crazy this week. Like today was like the first time I can actually relax in like days.
Okay, George. Here we go. Here's the brief notes. Like, okay, he has his buddy Cameron Pasha, right?
Cameron Pasha's still around.
Yeah. So Doomcock and Cameron Pasha apparently have sources saying, "Oh, Disney's gonna sell Lucasfilms back to George Lucas."
Oh my god.
Yeah. Briefly, And it's, oh yeah, they have sources within Disney of like a walk-in source. Like I was on Max's stream last night. I sorry I admitted everybody here, but yeah, like a walk-in source told me, and from I'm like, and people were in our stream were like, what the hell's a walk-in source? What the hell is like we're all laughing at walk-in source.
A walk-in source?
Yes.
I've never. Yeah. Listen, I'm new to this, but I've never heard of a walk-in source.
There's no such thing, George.
Exactly.
There's no such thing. So they said, yeah.
What kind of drugs are they on? Like Cameron Pasha always looks like he's on something. I want what he's taking. I'm not listen. Although I'm not going to do it before work because because you already know about that story.
100% true, Anthony. He does not have the money. Like he gave all the money away that he got from Disney, the $4 billion. He gave all the money away. Even if he kept the money, even if we get the money, right? Even if he kept the money, Lucasfilms with Disney is worth more now than he sold it for because he sold in 2012. The value of Lucasfilms is up, probably significantly from 11 years ago. So like, yeah. You want to turn the fire back up. And you said we died, yeah.
Oh yeah. My gosh.
That's a walk-in source. Is that somebody somebody just walks into Disney or Lucasfilm Studios or like Marvel Studios and be like, hey Kevin Feige, do you have any scoops for me today?
So wait a minute. Does that mean that Mikey Sutton's sources are also walk-in sources?
Mikey Sutton is the walk-in source himself.
Oh my goodness. It's like, yeah. You know what? It's like, you know what? Dumb and Dumber Scooper Edition. Cameron Pasha and Mikey Sutton.
And the thing is, Pasha like did work in Hollywood, right? So you would think you have legit sources, but you can't take this guy seriously.
Listen. I'm gonna do a drinking game where every time Cameron Pasha uses the phrase uses the word Machiavellian, we take a shot. I guarantee you that'll be the first time I ever get drunk.
Oh.
Listen, I like to drink, but I always make sure I don't get drunk. That'll be the first time I get drunk.
The guy said it's hilarious. The walk-in source. Oh my god. And I'm like, show your proof. And Doomcock was saying all these numbers on spending why they're gonna sell. Like, oh, Disney like 200 million, lost 200 million.
And yet, here's the thing: what's happened with Doomcock is yet still more normal than what is recently transpired with Melanie Mack. I'm not gonna get into that, but
I know what happened, Melanie Mack.
Good Lord, that woman is batshit crazy.
Well,
I'm sorry, like. And look, I say this as someone that's Catholic, that's religious, but like she is just like crazy. Like I'm sorry, but like no normal religious person would think the way she would think.
It's a problem with people that use. It's a problem with the religious people. Not like with some religious people, George. I'm not generalizing, right? With some religious people.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. That's what I'm pointing out. Yeah. It's like, good Lord, like
doesn't give you a reason to spread that stuff.
But yet, like Doomcock though, like I tell you, it's like it's like here's the thing. It's like because the Snyder fans have all of a sudden become quiet. The anti-SJWs decide we're going to lose our minds again because we're not getting our attention anymore.
You know, it's going to get. You know what's going to happen to Star Wars people? Oh, Secret Invasion's coming out. Okay.
Oh yeah, they're gonna say that's the new woke show.
Yeah. And then for about 6 weeks, right? Secret Invasion 6 episodes, so it's gonna be 6 weeks. It turns into that. So it ends basically halfway in July, right? But in August, we got Ahsoka. Ahsoka's led by a female. Right?
Yeah.
Pretty
Well,
sure.
here's the thing. Some of them will say, "Well, we do like Ahsoka." Jeremy Griggs likes Ahsoka. You know what's the crazy thing is? Jeremy Griggs is all of a sudden the most normal of the Phantom Menace.
Yeah.
Like
He's-
that's the crazy thing. And the thing is, it's like Jeremy will argue with some of these people about video games because he's a gamer, and yet some of these far righters blame video games for all our problems in the world.
Are you sure our Heart be September? When they announced it, like when they announced the other Disney stuff, Disney Marvel shows? How many episodes is Ahsoka? I don't know. Yeah, the Melody Max stuff. I don't know. Maggie. Saggy went off. Nerdette.
Nerdette, I love Nerdette's commentary when it comes to this stuff. It's like, thank you.
It's
really, like what a time to be off today, where I can catch up on some of the craziness in this movie talk community, and it's like I kind of wish I went back. I was at work today to miss out on it. No, it's like, what the heck is going on here?
It's insane. Doomcock.
Oh my goodness.
Excuse me.
He like. Here's the thing. It's like, the thing is, I've been wondering for a while, like, where's Doomcock been? He's been a little quiet lately. And then it's like you find out, it's like I kind of wish he stayed quiet.
Yeah, he'll never stay quiet. No, we don't. Not for Skeleton Crew. No. Ahsoka is only. I think Acolyte is before Skeleton Crew. I think that's going to happen before. Is Skeleton Crew done filming? Because I don't know. But yeah, it's video Doomcock's a grifter, man.
Greetings, my friends. I'm Victor Van Doomcock, the future ruler of Earth. You know what? I kind of... Can you imagine if Cameron Pasha was a Snyderverse scooper?
He's just...
he would be like Warner Brothers is Machiavellian. Deep down, they want Snyder to return, but for some reason, there are certain evil forces that are preventing it.
Zack Snyder is so weird, man. Like with this, the thing is, he's so weird. Like the Netflix thing. Oh, it's gonna be 2 cuts. It's gonna be one for adults and one for families, and it's really 4 movies put into 2 movies. I'm like, what the fuck? What? Like,
that don't make sense.
I don't like. He's one strange director, Zack Snyder. I'm sorry. Here's the thing. Yeah, if you ever watch his interviews, a lot of stuff he says doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense.
So he would be perfect for running for office.
Yeah.
He would probably like say a bunch of stuff that won't make sense.
I mean, I heard the family version is gonna be directed by Josh Whedon. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, but it's just I don't know. It's a Netflix. Like I don't think Rebel Moon's gonna be good.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm not that high on Rebel Moon.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if you heard. Like apparently, like Michael Keaton's very high on Beetlejuice too.
Oh, I think he loved that character. I would like you could tell he enjoyed playing Beetlejuice. Like enjoyed the hell of it.
Yo, like you can tell he enjoys playing certain characters.
Yes.
Like, listen, he likes playing Batman. The
Yeah.
thing is, it's that like the script needs to be right.
Mm-hmm.
That's why he came back for the Flash, because he liked what he read.
I like a buddy RJ's tweet in the DM group. All of a sudden, like, why are all the Marvel actors talking smack about Marvel? All of a sudden, like going after Marvel. Like, what the hell? Like Anthony Hopkins said, "Oh, Marvel, pointless acting. What are you doing? Just for the money?" Ugh. I'm like, you're not Marvel actors, man. Some of these actors that have been in Marvel been in other films. Like, seriously. Oh, but remember, Degrassi, this movie has been in development for, I don't know, since you're probably in your 20s. Whenever the first Beetlejuice came out, the sequel's probably been in development since then. I mean, the sequel probably should have come out like years ago. Seriously, for Beetlejuice, years ago. Yeah, exactly, Anthony. Thank you. He went in the Michael Bay movie. Like,
Yo, he was in the worst Michael Bay Transformers movie. To be Edward Wiccan, you have to be special.
It's like, God, like I think there's more acting in a Marvel movie than there is a Transformers movie. Okay, sorry.
Yo, it's like seriously, like you were in the worst Transformers movie ever.
Yeah, Hopkins.
Come on, like that doesn't even compare to the worst Marvel movies ever. I mean, I get it, Anthony Hopkins. You were in the one of the worst ones, Thor: The Dark World, but that's still a way better movie than Transformers: The Last Night would ever dream of being.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like, thank you, Anthony. You're Transformers. You just gotta be yourself, man. Mark Wahlberg plays himself in every film. Like he played himself in that film. Mark Wahlberg always plays a loud mouth from Boston. No disrespect, but I mean, Boston people are kind of loud mouths, right? You know, that's how they are, right?
Yeah.
Like Sagi will admit that, right? That's what Mark Wahlberg plays all the time in every film.
Hey, I think we found a Transformer.
Like Mark Wahlberg doesn't act.
Yo, he can act. He can act in really good movies. He was great in The Departed.
Yeah, you know what? I agree there. He could act, but you know,
the thing is, he needs to pick better projects to be in. Well, no, he was good. He was great in Patriots Day.
Yeah, but
like that's the thing. If he's in good stuff like Patriots Day and The Departed, he will put the effort in.
You know what? It's like we said, the comedians are the better actors.
Yo, like Adam Sandler was phenomenal in Uncut Gems.
Adam Sandler could act.
Yo, I'll never forget the time he was like screaming about effing The Weeknd in that film.
One of his best movies acted, it's not a comedy, was Punk Drunk Love, when he played a guy who lost his family and was on, you know, with I think John Cheadle's in it. He was very good. And you know what? In some movies that like Mr. Deeds, even though it's a comedy, but it wasn't over the top abs. Like I don't like Adam Sandler's over the top comedy movies. Most of them, like Little Nicky. I know people like Little Nicky. I did not like Little Nicky. I like Waterboy. I did like Waterboy, but sometimes his over the top comedy movies I don't like. I like when his comedy movies are toned down a bit. Okay, I don't. You know what I'm getting saying, George?
Yeah.
Like, stop. Stop. Like, look at Jim Carrey. We talk about his comedy all the time. Jim Carrey's been some really good stuff that's not a comedy.
Yo, here's another
Robin
bad
Williams.
movie decision Mark Wahlberg made. He was in the Planet of the Apes remake.
Oh my
It,
God!
it was
Yes.
like hey, what are you doing over there, monkey? And it's like, who wants to see this garbage?
Oh really? Nice. It's just
Yo,
I don't like over the top comedy. I like with Adam Sandler. I like toned down. I like comedy with Adam Sandler, but I like toned down. Like movie, I'll give you other movies that are toned down with Adam Sandler.
oh, did you
Uh,
hear that Universal might be making a Legend of Zelda movie?
oh yes, yes. Oh, thank you for bringing it up. I did say that at the beginning of the stream that might be happening. Yeah, yeah. Thank you. What do you think? I think we all suspected that this
Well, here's
possibly
the
may
thing.
happen.
I'm excited for a Zelda movie. I'm a little hesitant that it's gonna be Illumination. I think DreamWorks would be better for a Legend of Zelda movie because they know how to make those kind of family films that are adventurous with action. I mean, their work with How to Train Your Dragon, Shrek,
Yeah.
and Kung Fu Panda has proved that Zelda would be in better hands if it was with DreamWorks.
Mm-hmm.
Because the thing is, with Illumination, I'm not saying they can't make movies that adults can also enjoy, but it's like the I feel like they're more kiddie friendly than DreamWorks. Like I know DreamWorks will make movies that kids will enjoy, but also adults will enjoy.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm hesitant, but it's even though I did like the Mario movie, I thought the Mario movie was pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I mean, it was gonna probably happen after the success of Mario. And I think obviously with the success of Tears of the Kingdom,
Mm-hmm.
the Zelda brand is probably stronger than ever. The
I
question I have is like, are you gonna combine different elements from different games like the Mario
Yeah.
movie did? Because the thing is like Legend of Zelda is so specific. Like each game has is tiled after a specific theme, a specific item. Like you got Wind Waker, you
I
got Ocarina of Time, you got Majora's Mask.
I think it's gonna be based on Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom timeline. That's what I think is gonna happen.
I mean, look, I love Breath of the Wild. I can't wait to play Tears of the Kingdom.
I
At the same time, I don't want the other Zelda games to also be lost.
I know, but I think it's gonna go on the recent stuff. It's not
I
like
mean,
Mario. Like Mario is like the thing is Zelda is a little bit more story detailed than Mario. Mario is basic,
yeah,
right?
yeah, no, that's true. But it's like I feel like there's so much you can do,
Smash
and I
Bros.
don't.
Universe, it's happening.
I know, but I know Degrassi, but I think they said like Illumination was going to be the one that will be.
Illumination, it was.
Yeah, so that's
So,
why even though like I have no problem with Universal, but it's like I'd rather DreamWorks be the animation studio that handles it.
so the question is, will Link
Oh my
talk?
goodness. We just talked about Doomcock. I see Doomcock 22 seconds tweeted multiple sources saying offer for Lucasfilm from an individual is on the table. Is it George Lucas? I stated that was a rumor, and it isn't even my rumor. It came from camera source Sparrow, who was speculating. I don't know if it's Lucas, but shit is hitting the fan at Disney.
Yeah, he's a fucking liar. So is Cameron.
Yo, Cameron Pasha's on drugs, dude.
Cameron has no. He
He
has no.
always looks. Listen, he always got that like sleepy look on his face.
That's what Degrassi said. Here's the thing. If we knew about potential Lucasfilms being possibly sold or on the table being sold, it would have come out months ago. Would have come out already by a reputable trade by like, because remember George, a couple months ago, there's potential rumors of ESPN being sold, right, by Disney, right? They're asking ESPN. There's rumors about that. They would come out by a reputable source, by a reputable trade source, wherever, not by some guy in a mask or some fallen conspiracy, writer who, sorry, who pretty much canceled himself out of Hollywood. Who Alan's like, no. Stuff that are rumored for sale always come out. Always. It's not in-house. They always come out. Sorry. Especially a big company like Disney and Lucasfilms. That's not George, anybody knows something that big, you cannot be kept quiet, right?
Yeah, like it's just like I don't know. It could be the fact that I work in childcare and I'm seeing these adults just making up lies that would put the lies that kids make up to shame. Like, for goodness sakes, like I would believe a kid saying he's gonna write the next Star Wars film before I believe Doomcock has sources that Lucasfilm is gonna be sold. Like that, like is that crazy for me to say?
Yeah, that's crazy to say. Yeah, you're like. It's crazy, man. I want to know who I want Doomcock to name who's not the source, but name who's interested in buying. Name them. Doomcock just doesn't want Disney to own Star Wars. He'll say anything to say that. He just doesn't want to own Star Wars. Remember, he's been saying Kathleen Kennedy's been getting fired forever and ever, and she still works there. Like, I remember anybody who believes Doomcock needs to get their head examined. I want Hugo Strange to examine her head. Hugo Strange, if you're real, examine Doomcock's head and his followers.
My goodness, what else is this man saying? I have been flooded with information leaks about all this activity at Disney. Something big is going on. In fact, a lot, which was in all caps, of things are going on, judging by all the tips I'm getting. More vids coming out as soon as I can sort through it all. What the? Oh my gosh.
Sparrow.
What the hell?
People, I don't know. Anybody.
Wait a minute. Haven't we been hearing this for quite a while?
Yeah.
Like, wait a minute. I thought that I thought that Kathleen Kennedy was leaving a few years ago.
Hey, and guess what? Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Yes. Also, why the heck did he make a thumbnail where Mickey Mouse was killed by a mousetrap?
You guys are fool.
Oh my gosh.
This stuff, like, no. Guy smokes. You know what? He should talk at his normal voice on live streams and just sing. That's what he should do.
Yeah, he's also like talking about bunnies and.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Man, like, I give credit to Mike Zero. He makes up a lot of shit and he knows it. That's why he makes like, and people stop believing him because he makes up like 4 or 5 videos. So he gets like 1,000 views and he has like over like 100,000 subs. So that's not good, right? So at least he shows his face and he doesn't care. He doesn't interact with anybody. Mike Zero. Like, it's like I'm gonna I'm gonna make 5 videos. Then I'm gonna be a ghost for the day, rest of the day. I hope Enosh has 2 cents of nonsense again.
Yo, listen, if Enosh is coming back to YouTube, bring back 2 cents on nonsense.
Yes. Bring back Johnny.
Yo, I miss Johnny. Like,
Yeah. It's. I think Doomcock's.
listen, I usually like to stay out of some of this YouTube drama, but you know what? Like, if he wants another host, I would love to like call this stuff out, because you know what? This is just utter nonsense that I think will melt people's brains. You know what? I felt drunk reading these Doomcock tweaks, and I didn't have a single drink tonight. I could have gotten a drink because there was a bar at the thing, but because I'm a good coworker, and I know some of my coworkers are under the age of 21, I didn't get a drink. So you know what? How the heck do I feel drunk reading a Doomcock tweet?
Officer, I'm drunk because of Doomcock. No, this is he just makes me laugh because how stupid his stuff is. It's just I hear his normal voice on his streams. I'm like, oh my god.
Wait a minute, like Doomcock's talking about the greatest threat to this country back on June 5th. He said, like, the greatest threat to this country is how citizens have lost any regard for the value of facts. What the dude? You're the same person that made up crap about Zoe Kravitz and Robert Pattinson doing it on the Batmobile and Matt Reeves being mad. He literally spent months saying Matt Reeves and Robert Pattinson were at each other's throats when they were about to work on a sequel to the Batman together.
Mm-hmm.
Like, do people not see the lies that this man is spewing?
People are so. That's the problem. People are so dumb. It's like we're getting less. I'll say this: we're getting less educated day by day. We're getting your education by the wrong people on YouTube. You know, like YouTube is educating us, and that's a problem. You should not get educated by these people. Like, I'm sorry, like, because
I'm sorry. The only thing I'm learning when watching Melanie Mac, Doomcock, and some of these other grifters is that stupid is the next pandemic. Mm-hmm. Stupidity is the next pandemic.
Yes, thank you. They kicked him out because of the Batman stuff. Yeah.
Yo, remember when basically like he went at it with like Jeremy and Ryan Kennel?
Mm-hmm.
Like because they made fun of his facts.
Mm-hmm.
It's like even they saw the lies, and he was about to declare war on geeks and gamers.
Yeah.
Like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's
you know the crazy thing is, I also think Doomcock I think he wanted some of that Snyder movement juice. He loved the Snyder cut. Remember, like in his anti-Batman videos, he was saying how Ben Affleck is the true Dark Knight. Could you imagine like Doomcock on a Sil and Mikey video?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, Mikey, the second best scooper after Cameron Pasha. Hail Skywalker. Like, could you imagine just that nonsense?
Here, you know what? If you have scoops, you can't go to one source. You have to go to a couple other sources to verify it. You do have one big source, but then you have to verify with another person to make sure they heard the same thing. Because you can't believe what one person says this is happening without verifying with another person possibly saying it's happening, or I heard the same thing. You know, like you can't. You need more people to vouch they heard the same thing.
Oh my! You know, I'm just tired of these scoopers in general. You know what's funny? Like, when the day when Andy Muschietti was like apparently rumored to be directing Brave and the Bold. So I think it was like, was it Big Screen Leaks or like something like that?
Yes, it
Broke
was
it
him.
first. My Time to Shine's acting like she's the one that's breaking the news. It's like, no, this was broken before you. But she's acting like she broke the news. The only new thing she said was that Christina Hodson's gonna be doing the script or
No, she's
screenplay.
not. She can't. She's a writer.
That
I
they
bet you she
still-
wasn't. She was. I bet you she was not even at the premiere for The Flash.
Like, for goodness sakes, like, are you kidding me? Like, someone else broke this, and you're acting like this is my big story, and it's like someone already broke it, and they're
She
more
can't be the
reliable
writer
than
for The
you.
Flash if she's on strike.
Yeah.
I mean, if she,
Here's the thing: My Time to Shine. Hello, I don't get why people believe her. I know certain people in our community believe her. It's
I
like,
don't
no,
believe her.
in my opinion, this person's a troll. That
Yeah.
that makes Grace Randolph seem like a credible source.
my problem with these scoopers online. Somebody says this, and then a bunch of other scoopers say, "Yeah, I heard the same thing." So you just wait for one person to say it, then you have to vouch for it. Like, no, that's not how it works. That's not how it works. I'm sorry. Like, I know it's all. Oh yeah, I heard this. I heard this. This movie's being made. And then another scooper says, "Yeah, I heard the exact same thing." They tweet that 2 minutes later. Bullshit. I know some people will not be happy if she is writing it. I know Crazy Joe will be happy though. If The Flash is a good movie, like why not? I mean, see what Birds of Prey. Birds of Prey was terrible.
Well, apparently, I heard. Well, apparently, one of the things that's getting praised about the Flash is the story.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously, the story's going to be a lot better. The main criticism that I'm hearing is some of the special effects isn't all that clean or like all that great.
Oh, okay.
That's been the one criticism that like I've been hearing even from people who love the film is that not all the special effects work is great. I mean, it looks fine in the trailer, but again, like there might be some special effects work that we haven't seen yet that probably may not look that good.
So what they said to Grassi, like what it says, is he's one of the lead candidate directors that's going to direct the movie. They didn't say about him being the one directing the movie. It was one of the lead candidates. Like he's one of the lead candidates of directors possibly directing the movie. It's not nothing official. It just heard that he might be directing the movie. That's it. Oh, I'll say this. There's a bit of a rant, George. I think you kind of agree. It's just not a major rant, but it's people spoiling the Flash. Have some decency and courtesy and stop.
You know what? Like, you know what? People need to get over themselves. Guess what? James Gunn's now in charge. And here's the thing. I'm just gonna say this: most of the decisions that were made with the Flash were made before Gunn came in.
Yeah.
And like, I'm not gonna spoil the post credit scene, but guess what? At least half that post credit scene was already there before Gunn came.
Mm-hmm.
Like, do you not remember when the film was apparently leaked out a year ago?
Mm-hmm.
Like this was before James Gunn was even considered to be the president. So like, people need to stop blaming James Gunn when these were decisions that were made before Gunn came in. That's basically like saying we're gonna blame the new basketball coach for the style that was implemented before that coach came in.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I just don't like. I just don't like people spoiling or uploading after credit scenes on YouTube or stuff like that.
oh my goodness, that really annoyed me. when I woke up this morning and I was checking YouTube and I saw that, I was like, what the hell?
Degrassi. They should have took. And when you go to theaters to see the screenings, they should have taken their phones away. I'm sorry, or any recording devices away, and you get them back after. Okay. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I mean, they can still tweet out spoilers, right? But at least with video, they can't. It's.
I don't know. It's just like It's like I'm never gonna get the hate boner for James Gunn. I said it as it is. It's a hate boner for James Gunn that some people have.
Yeah.
It's like, guess what? You know what? I'm gonna treat James Gunn like Shannon Sharp treats LeBron James.
With love and
Go
Gunn.
Gunn. Go Gunn.
Vote Gunn. Oh my God.
Go Gunn.
Gunn.
He's the real goat of comic book movies. Well, I don't know. Well, yeah, I wouldn't say he is, but it's like, you know what? I'm just gonna treat it as that. You know what? After Superman Legacy comes out, I guess in 2 years, I'm gonna buy a goat mask and I'm gonna
blinded.
And hopefully there's a shirt that has the hashtag Run with Gun. If there is, I'll buy it and I'm gonna wear a goat mask. And I will come on this channel and say during the Superman Legacy spoiler discussion, I'm gonna wear the mask and be like, meh.
I feel like I'll say this. I feel like they want to get the Superman casting done before the writers potentially go on strike. I feel like because they're negotiating, right? And they already authorized to go on strike when the labor agreement's up, right? But they are negotiating because they can't. The end of the month is when they go on strike, like the 30th, right? I feel like they want to get the casting done before the writers go on strike. Like you find out, I feel like you'll find out who Superman is and who Lois Lane is, maybe Lex Luthor, before the actors go on strike. Because I don't think it's going to be a Comic-Con. I mean, there will be a Comic-Con. I just don't think it'll be what we were expecting. Yeah, so far I'm the screening. I'm not screening the when I reserved the tickets. I'm the only one who reserved so far for the theater. So I'm like the only seat that's been reserved for the Flash. I'm telling you, the Flash really has to rely on word of mouth because it looks like the opening box office is not doing that great. Transformers looks is not doing that great either. Indiana Jones is not tracking very well, but still early for Indiana Jones. We got 3 weeks, but I think I don't know.
Here's the thing. I think Flash is going to be the only one that could benefit.
Yeah.
After the first week, because you got that week in between that and Indiana Jones.
Mm-hmm. Yes, they have that week off. Yeah, like that in between week. Indiana Jones is not tracking well right now, but that's 3 weeks off.
You know what's not, I know that my I know my Bumblebee review is not tracking well.
See, the thing about Indiana Jones has to rely a lot on nostalgia, right? And I think we all love the Indiana Jones franchise, but I don't know if I don't know if it has a young generation into that franchise. That's my That's my belief. I don't know.
Yeah, I saw Chris Stuckman saw the Flash. He seemed to like that film a lot, and he's usually not a big fan of the DCEU.
I knew someone hated the film. I'm not gonna name. I know you.
Are they in our community, or are they like a
kind
big
of?
Kind of.
Yeah. I think you know what it's about. I'm not.
I have a couple of suspects in mind.
I like him, but I don't know why he hates the movie. Oh, that's right. But Transformers, I don't think Transformers is going to do well.
Yo, honestly, it's kind of a good thing I didn't go to the free flash screening yesterday because of the air.
Oh my God! You know what? We have a flash screening in Toronto on Monday. I was looking into going, but it's at 10 p.m. I'm like, no, I'm not going to a screening at 10 p.m. I'm sorry. The thing is, I live an hour away from Toronto, right? No, well, like I basically no from downtown
Yo, what
Toronto.
the
I
heck
don't.
just happened? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I live
I was
basically an hour away from downtown Toronto. I'm
Rotten
not going there.
Tomatoes just made a dumb mistake. I was checking out the reviews for the Flash, like the Rotten Tomatoes fresh reviews, and it brought me to the Transformers Rise of the Beast reviews.
It's not doing well, is it? What is it at? What's the percentage?
Rise of the Beast is like in the 50s, which is actually good for a Transformers film.
It was weird. Look at the past Transformers films. They're actually pretty good. All these scores.
Yeah, the audience scores, but then again, like not every single audience member is bright.
That's true.
Like
88% audience score. I mean, the first Transformers did not do well, like by the critics, 57%.
your mic's a bit off.
Oh, I'm sorry. I know, Degrassi. Is my mic better?
Yeah, it's better.
I know.
Yo, if I ever become a Rotten Tomatoes certified, I'm gonna have to call them out, because whenever I see, like, sometimes if a critic gives it a C plus, they'll say it's fresh, but then, like, if another critic says it's C plus, it's considered a rotten. Like their system is so flawed. This is why I say don't trust the Rotten Tomato scores. Just go see the movie for yourself. Yeah, Transformers is at a 55, which is higher than most of the other films.
Yeah, I know, Degrassi. I know. I mean, pre-sale. Oh, pre-sale was. Yeah.
Well, I'm hearing that in this film that the human characters aren't annoying, which is right away a huge upgrade.
I'm telling you.
Well, as long as
I'm
there's
telling
no
you.
Romeo, as long as there's no Romeo and Juliet law joke, I think we should be okay. We're protected by the Romeo and Juliet laws. Like, what the hell is that?
Michael Bay didn't. You know, Michael Bay didn't care. Hopefully, this director cares.
Yeah, the box office tracking, like, that's what's getting me worried.
Transformers, yeah, it's, you know why it's not doing, like, Transformer has a bad reputation.
No, because again,
yeah.
I blame the Michael Bay films, and now that we're finally getting directors that care about the franchise, that will at least try to put some effort into the franchise, whether it's good or bad, people aren't going to trust it.
I think that the animated film might do better than the live action films.
I hope so. I hope so. Because I feel like with animation, you have a better shot at making a better movie.
Yeah. And you kind of do have, like, Chris Hemsworth and Scarlett Johansson voicing some pretty too.
That's the part I'm not that excited for, having big celebrities voice Transformers.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it, you want to get big names in there, but it's like we got so many talented voice actors in the industry. It's like I get it. Peter Cullen's not ideal to voice a young Optimus Prime, but
I do think Mario would have done still this good without the A-list voice casting.
Exactly.
Right? I agree there. Like, it's just. Yeah, I'm seeing Transformers tomorrow. Yeah, like at lunchtime, man. I'm gonna eat lunch and then I'm gonna see it. I don't
I'm gonna be eating popcorn for lunch and seeing it.
I heard they're voting no. You know what this means, Degrassi? It means there's also a lot of problems in-house with the TGA. That means the directors don't trust the other directors at the top, the ones that are negotiating in good faith. This could cause problems in-house. I seen it happen in baseball last year. That's not a good sign. They might have to get a new leaders to represent the GDA. Thank you, Degrassi. You're right. They might have to get new leadership. It's not a good sign. It's not a good sign when you have to ratify when the ratification doesn't go through. It's not a good sign for the union in any capacity. Okay, thank you. I'll be seeing it. Thank you. But yeah, it blinded. Man, it's getting late here. It's almost 12. I would ask you to come on, but it's late. Tell me briefly in comments your thoughts. Blinded. Look, Summerfest, Summer Game Fest, Summerfest. So you're going to Atlantic City, George?
Yep.
You gonna gamble?
Yeah, I'm gonna be gambling.
Just take a certain amount. So, because take a certain amount on how much you're gonna lose. Okay, that's advice right there. Because you probably will lose money more than you win. Just warning you. So take a certain amount. Wow. Wow, Degrassi. Well, yeah.
Oh boy, I guess things aren't looking good on that end.
No. Stuff is similar happened in baseball last year, but a little bit reversed because baseball was in a mix of a lockout, right? Opposite of a strike. A lockout is basically the owners locking out. So in this case, it'd be the studios with locking out the directors, writers, actors, whatever. But that's not the case. This is a strike. In baseball, it was a lockout. Like the owners wouldn't let the players in to use their facilities or anything like that. To use their team likeness or anything like that. You know, George, like they could, you know what lockout and a strike is in sports is, right?
Oh
So
yeah.
they had a lockout. They had a lockout baseball. I'm sure you know about the lockout last year in baseball.
Yep.
So it was going on for about December 2021 to March, right? 2022, early March. I remember like they had a deal. They had a deal done, right? All they had to do was ratify it, right? Apparently, some few players that were the senior leadership of the deal did not want to get the deal done, but the other players that make up the whole union wanted the deal done, wanted to ratify the deal, and they kind of overruled the senior players. players in that capacity. So like basically the rest of the players said, no, we want to play because we don't want to lose a paycheck. We don't want to lose because in baseball, some players don't make much money. So, like for example, Max Scherzer, right? Max Scherzer making $40 million from the Mets. He was one of those players. That did not want to get the deal done, even though he's ready to make millions and millions of money in a way. So you can't. But there's some players in baseball are just making average salary $500,000, $600,000, right? They want to get the money done. The smart, like, if you really think about it, lockouts and strikes in sports really hurt. Really hurt. The players are not making a lot of money. Really. And the ones, and like, say the NBA goes to a strike right now. You think LeBron's going to be hurt? Do you think LeBron James is going to be hurt of not making his $50 million a year? The guy's billions in the bank. You think Kyrie Irving is going to, Kyrie Irving's already lost a lot of money, but you think he's going to be hurt? You think KD is going to be hurt?
Nope.
Exactly. See, in the baseball thing, they did the opposite. It was the members who agreed to ratify the deal, where some of the leaders in the MLBA, even though they agreed to ratify the deal, did not. Some of the leaders did not want to, but the members said, "Yeah, we want to play, man. We want to get paid. We want to get paid." And here's the thing: baseball's rookie salaries got up to $700,000 for a year. $700,000 is a lot. $700,000 is a lot of money, man. But like, and it used to be in baseball. It used to be like $400,000, $500,000 for rookies. Yeah. So Degrassi, there might have to be some changes once they get a deal done. Degrassi, there might have to be some changes done in-house with the DGA because they're not on the same page, right? They're obviously not on the same page, and the members could vote out the lead. I believe the members. Get me wrong. The members could kick out the leadership, can't they? Get rid of them. Yes, everybody should be on the same page, Arkham. That's what unions should be. They should be on the same page. They should be helping and telling their members instead of doing stuff behind their back. That's not a stable union, and it's not a good leadership. It's not showing true leadership. It's showing that they don't care. It's showing that the top directors don't care about the smaller directors. And I hope SAG it doesn't go in that direction because there's a lot of actors and actresses out there that don't make the millions of dollars. And I hope, yeah. And I hope the bigger actors and actresses that make millions and millions of dollars from whatever appearing in support the actors and actresses just trying, get a job or just, whatever. The smaller, they're not most well-known ones. Because no matter where you are, no matter how, and like in sports, no matter how good or bad you are, you should all support each other. That's what a union is meant for. They all support each other. And I know in sports and Hollywood you're competing with each other, but you should still support each other. Because in sports, you are competing with each other to make the team, obviously, even though you're still part of the same union, right? Man, when was the last? Was NBA a lockout or a strike 10 years ago?
Lockdown.
Locked out? Yeah, they didn't go to a lockout because they just got a deal done. They're making too much money to go to a lockout or a strike. They're making too much money. Players are getting too much money, man. Like, if I see the players go on strike saying they want more money, and I'm like, you guys are making 50, some of you are making like 50 to 60 million a year, and you want to go on strike? I'll be like, F you, Matt. F you, man. The worst players in NBA make it into 7 figures, man. Like, no. You don't deserve to go on strike. I'm sorry. Like, no. Basketball players should never go on strike again. Okay? Like, how many times in the NBA had like scrubs making in the millions, George? Right? Right? Do you remember when the New York Knicks overpaid Jerome James like $10 million a year?
Oh wow.
Remember they overpaid Joakim Noah, who was like sacked with them? Yeah. Well, the people at the top should always look at people at the bottom. But yeah, Blinded, man. Just give me your thoughts. What are you looking forward to before we end the stream? Because it is 12. Because I'm going to go sleep soon so I can get up for tomorrow.
No, he's more interested in talking about the shutdown, sounds like.
Okay, he does. Yeah, they worked a deal behind. What? Here's the thing, Blinded. Would the WGA and SAG let the DGA in with their picket lines and stuff, striking with them and from the studios, and be like suspicious of them, stuff like that? Would they trust them or not? Or do they know? Do they know that they got screwed over? That screwed over by the leadership of the DGA. Because when you're on strike, you don't go by. When you go on strike, you don't go behind your members' back. You let them know what's going on. That's how ratification happens. Yeah, I know actors definitely hurts. I mean, we've been 5 weeks on a writer's strike. Once the actors join them in 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks. I don't know how long this will go. I don't have a forecast, man. I don't know how long this will take. I don't know, man. It's gonna be if you're really into the Hollywood entertainment stuff right now, it's gonna be like a really, really bad summer. Really, really bad summer. I mean, you'll still see on movies and TV shows are already done and all of that, ready to be filmed and shown on movies, but like on screen and stuff. But later this year, 2024, who knows? Right? Who knows? George? I'll miss Shannon Sharp. I like that.
Yes.
Anything on the docket for you? Because we're going to end it here.
I just did a review on Bumblebee, and I am seeing Transformers tomorrow, and I'm going to get my Transformer review out either tomorrow or Sunday because I'm going to be out all day Saturday. Obviously, The Flash comes out next weekend, so I'll be doing a review on Flash. And sometime in the next couple weeks after The Flash, get back to streaming. Maybe I'll do a stream on superhero fatigue and like is it real? Is it not real? Especially after the more recent comic book films. Because after we got Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumanium, after most of the films from last year, we thought, oh, fatigue's kicking in, but we've gotten some bangers the last couple times. So I plan on doing a stream about that. I don't know when, but yeah, I'll put my channel in the thing. You can find me at the George. And yeah, go check me out.
One Crescent Degrassi.
And check out my more recent video.
Go ahead, George. I just want Crescent Degrassi. With these strikes happening with these unions, could this be the rise? Could the VFX companies look at, you know what? Maybe we should start our own union. You know?
Let's pay YouTubers even if they don't have 1,000 subscribers.
All right. Can the grass? See, we're seeing these unions go into strike, right? And obviously DGAs can not ratify. It looks like that way. So, when else goes, where VFX companies look at saying, you know what, this could be the, you know what, we need our union of our own, and they want a union, right? Maybe could this be the year that we see a VFX union in the works, or the beginnings of a VFX union? Thank you, Degrassi. Because it's not all right. Thank you. Yeah. So for me, I'm gonna end the stream. I'm sorry you couldn't come on Blind, but maybe Saturday. Blind, are you saying Transformers, by the way? But yeah. So thank you for coming on, guys. Thank you for being in the chat. So my next 2 streams will be Saturday and Sunday. Saturday's gonna be Why is it Transformers? Why is it the Beast? Spoiler stream. Well, either it's good or bad. We'll have fun with it. You know, sometimes you have fun on some bad movies, right? It's always fun. So yeah, that's Saturday. Sunday, we're gonna do another one. It's gonna be reviewing the Xbox Microsoft Showcase. So yeah, be on lookout for that. So that's Sunday and Saturday. Yeah. So two Let's Talk Pop this weekend. And yeah, and some sports stuff on my sports channel. I don't know. We got Denver's up 2-1. We'll see what happens there. All right. Chris Paul is not a son anymore. We'll talk that. Whatever. Hey, with that later, man.
Peace.